Grab your skillet and slide a spoon.
Belly's gonna be rumbling soon.
It's cooking with Uncle Krinkly. Squeezing, tripping, spotted me.
He don't wear shoes on his feet.
It's cooking with Uncle Krinkly. Well, we'll show you how to cook.
And it don't come from no book.
'Cause that's all just gobbledygook.
Grab your skillet and slide a spoon.
Belly's gonna be rumbling soon.
Cooking with Uncle Krinkly. Cooking with Uncle Krinkly. Cooking with Uncle Krinkly.
Oh, God. Well, howdy there, or should I say, boo y'all. This here's my Fallady special, and you know, some folks get riled up when I talk about the Fallady season because they are thinking it starts with Arbor Day, but as far as I'm concerned, it starts with Halloween. Halloween's what it's all about. So, welcome to my Fallady Halloween special. We're gonna be making up some dishes that's positively ghoulish. All right then. Yeah, Quilcene Duvall. Sure, you can get dressed up. I mean, that's what Halloween's all about. There, now don't you look just darling there. Quilcene, would you tell him to get off my land? All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Now, any good meal, in this case our ghoulish meal, starts with some canapes, so we're going to go ahead and resort to a little bit of canapalism. Anyway, all right, so we're going to make some lady fingers here today. And basically, you're going to need some Vienna sausages and some Lee press-on nails. We got right here. Quilcene, will you please tell them to get off my land? Quilcene, where is that girl?
Here I is, Uncle Krinkly.
Oh, good. Would you please go out there and tell him to get off my land? Thanks. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get started with our lady fingers here today. Again, I told you you need some Vienna sausages. We got us some of these Lee press-on nails here. And got a can of spaghetti and meatballs. Now what this is like the bit of gore, you know, it's like the guts and stuff that the ladyfingers is going to be sitting on. It's like a presentation kind of thing. So the first thing you want to do is open up your can of spaghetti and meatballs. I've already kind of got this one opened up here. And be careful you don't get yourself cut on their edges. All right, so go ahead and arrange your spaghetti and meatballs on the plate. Now you'll see there's some big old meatballs in here. Now, what's good about that, you can use them for eyeballs or something. Maybe put some olives on there to look like the pupils. Not remember that from the tropical tuna clams. All right, get all that there gore out of the can. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, perfect. You can kind of see I got them meatballs. They could be anything in there, but I'm going to be thinking there's eyes in there. There's like eyeballs. Ah, a little more. Perfect. All right. Now, Vienna sausage part. What we're going to do, I'm going to separate. I got another plate in here. Open up your Vienna sausages. Get them out of the can. All right. Now, we're going to start with one here. You can kind of see how it already looks like a finger. It just ain't got a tip on it and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and give it a tip with these press-on nails. Now, what I like to use for glue to glue the nail on is spray cheese. Now, you could use different kinds of flavors of spray cheese, but as you know, I usually stick with American. So go ahead and take your spray cheese glue, just kind of get a dab of glue on the end of it there. Oops, this one's kind of sticky, but I'm going to get enough on there to get the nail. Take one of your Lee press-on nails here and just press it on. See what happens there. See, the cheese kind of holds it on there like glue. Perfect. Now, because this is a finger, you know, finger's not just going to be laying there by itself for no reason. It probably got cut off or something, so we're going to use some ketchup for blood here. So let's go ahead and get some ketchup going. Just kind of put it on the end where the finger would have gotten lopped off, you know. Just like that. Oh, perfect. Make it a little bloodier there. All right, you see that? Okay, now we're just going to kind of arrange that on our gore there. See how the nice colors there? You get the red of the blood or the ketchup, and you get the white fingernail. I'm going to make one more here. Get one of my little Vienna sausages here, and little spray cheese for the glue. Just get a little dab on the end there. You don't need very much. Take one of them press-on nails, and of course you press it on. There, see, like that. See? We're going to take our ketchup blood and just kind of bloody it up. Oh, come on. I'm having some ketchup difficulties here. Oh! Oh, yeah. Perfect. Okay. Go ahead and arrange that next to one of our eyeballs here on the plate of gore. And you just kind of keep going like that until you got yourself a nice big plate of lady fingers. Now, the one thing you want to remember about these guys here is that when you serve them to your guests, that you tell them to take their fake nail off, otherwise they might, you know, choke on it or break a tooth or something. I remember one time.
Krinkly, getting hungry here, mister. This ain't like any of the restaurants I have been shooting before.
Sorry, took so long.
Oh, shit, down here. What the? That ain't right, you soul bitch.
Quilcene, tell them trickster-treaters to get off my land. Okay, sorry about that, folks. All right, well, we're going to move on to our next canapé and our canapéism here today. We're going to be making the bloody hot dog worms. Now, I don't know if you ever made these before or seen how these is done, but this is real amazing, and I'm going to show you how these are cooked up right over here. You ain't going to hardly believe it. In fact, I'm going to get my frying device kind of cranked up here so we got some heat. Okay, so you're going to start with a hot dog. Now, this is just like a regular old hot dog. You've seen this one before in that hot dog show we done a while back. So what you want to do is basically cut this up into like little worms. So the easiest way to do that is just, you know, take your knife and cut the hot dog in half. Like that, see? All right, whoops. Okay. Now, let me get them out of here for the moment. Now you're going to take that, one of the halves of hot dogs, and just kind of cut into the little skinny ones like that. Just kind of keep going until you got them all cut up. Because these is going to be the worms, you see. All right, you just kind of keep cutting them up. Get them nice and skinny like. You can probably get like, 10 or maybe even 12 of them if you cut them up thin enough. You want to get them kind of skinny so that they, well, you're going to see what happens here. I'll show you in a minute. But try to get them as skinny as you can. You can make them a couple different sizes, have a couple that are a little fatter than the other ones. They don't have to be perfectly even or nothing like that. All right, so there's some good. I'll make a little skinny one out of this guy here. Oh, perfect. All right, that's one half. Now we're going to cut this other half. Oh, yeah. All right, now make sure you get the jumbo size. Sometimes they call them bun length hot dogs. You get more real looking worms, I think. See? All right, and keep going here. Just about got our worms done, at least cut up, I should say. All right, I'm gonna make another couple of the skinny ones here because I got some big old night crawlers already. All right. Yeah, all right, here we go. Okay, so basically we've kind of prepared our worms here. Let's see if our frying device is getting nice and hot. So what you're going to do is take these worms and just throw them in the pan. Like that, see? All right. Oops, losing my cake here. I'm gonna get mighty cold if I don't get that back on. Okay. Whew. Now you can see, you put them in, they look normal. These gonna see what happens as they kind of cook up here a bit. I'm gonna get my fork, get all the gore off from the other one now. You can see what's happening already. Is they starting to curl up just like real worms. Not, well, you know, if you put real worms in a frying pan, I don't know, maybe they'll curl up, but anyway, they're starting to look like real worms. I'm just kind of let them continue curling. Now, this is a fancy trick. I don't recommend you do this at home, but you might want to take the time to learn it. This is what's called a flip. Here we go. See how that, now you practice that a bunch of times, you'll get it done. You really amaze your friends at your next dinner party. All right, now you can kind of see them worms is curling up a little bit. Now you could probably do that with Vienna sausages too, but you know, the worms would be kind of small. They'd be like pinworms and stuff, and I don't know. I kind of like the bigger kind of worms for this. Because we got kind of a mix of night crawlers and them little ones you get out in your garden or in the compost bin. See how these curling up? Whew, you can smell them worms cooking, I tell you what, there ain't nothing like that. I think we give another flip here. All right. Now you can see, well, that's not a good one. There you go, see? Looks just like worms, don't it? And then it's just about done. And so what we're gonna do with these, once they get done, we're just gonna have them be bloody worms. So we're gonna get our ketchup again, and we're gonna just kind of, you know, make like a little bit, kind of like we did for that, but these are gonna be the worms, kind of like they're crawling around in the blood. Oh, all right, yeah, I think we're just about got our perfectly curled up worms here. Whew. I believe I'm seeing them squirming right now. I think these are real worms. I think they done got transformed. Look at that. All right, so let's get our blood going here. We're just gonna make a nice, kind of like a bloody pool here. Yeah, perfect. And save a little bit is to put on top of the worms too, like they done crawled out of something, you know. All right, so there's some blood. One more of these here flips. All right, so we're gonna just take our worms and just kind of make a worm pile. Oop, one worm's got away. Yeah, you can see them worms? And we're just gonna put some more blood on them, because you can't have hardly too much blood on these worms, I tell you what. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful, look at that. All right. All right, so now we got our two canapes here today. We got our lady fingers over there and our bloody hot dog worms. I tell you what, it's ghoulish and tasty looking at the same time. It's just hard to believe. All right, that is it. Duval, get them trickster treaters off my land.
Uncle Krinkly, why do you hate Halloween so much?
Well, I don't hate Halloween really, Coolscene. You know, it's right up there with National Coleslaw Week and all that. It's just, I had some bad experiences when I was a young, and year after year it was the same thing.
Trickster treat! Chocolate? Oh, I wanted sardines.
The horror.
Well, that explains a lot.
Yeah, Coolscene, you sure is being real reticulate today with all them words and such. All right, well, we got ourselves a new sponsor today. I hadn't had a chance to check out this new ad yet, but let's take a look at it together now.
Think you've seen it all before? Well, think again. Because now Inbreds Gone Wild takes you to thousands of top hog farms across the USA. Introducing Inbreds Gone Wild on the Farm. An all new Off the Pitchfork, totally uncensored video packed with several real stunned inbreds. Hit the milking sheds with out-of-control interfamilial aberrations. Hang out with itchy inbreds exposing things. And crash the craziest quilting bees ever caught on tape. It's not sold in stores and can't be shown on TV. So call now and get the all-new Inbreds Gone Wild on the farm. Yours on video or DVD for just $9.99. Use your feed credits and we'll also send you irrigation ditch fantasies free. Come inside actual irrigation ditches and see what happens when liquored up inbreds act out their most private fantasies. You'll get 2 all-new videos, raw, real, and uncut for only $9.99. Then, be the first to preview the latest Inbred Gone Wild videos. Satisfaction guaranteed, cancel anytime. If you're over 12, call now to order Inbreds Gone Wild on the farm on video or DVD for only $9.99. Use your feed credits and get irrigation ditch fantasies free. Call 1-800-555-0034 or see more inbred action at inbredsgonewild.com.
Oh my God, Quilcene, did you know there was a camera on? Quilcene, answer me. Ah! What have you done with Quilcene?
Come on, Erlene. Let's get to that party before that keg's all tapped out.
Oh, Randy, I told you I have to film first. Krinkly, now where could he be? Krinkly! Oh my God!
I'll save him.
Yo, what?
Anyway, hi, I'm Erlene, and I'm here to show you a dessert that's truly out of this world. A dessert that's so elegant, even Captain James T. Kirk could serve it at his table.
Can we go to that party now? 'Cause I could really use a beer.
Fine. Randy's having kittens, so we gotta hurry things along. Anyway, I've prepared some green Jell-O. You need your Ziploc bags, your Ready Whip, a ladle, and something special I'm going to show you a little later on. So you got your green, Martian green Jell-O. You get your Ready Whip. Give it a good coating. Anyway, then you get these little glow sticks that I got down at the 5 and dime. So you break them, shake them, they glow. Kids are gonna love this. You take your little, otherworldly glow stick, and you stick it right down in the middle of the whipped cream. That makes this dessert glow. The kids love this. Okay, now we're ready to package it. You just get a sandwich bag, any kind will do. Get your ladle, and then just get a good serving size. Dump it in. Add a little more of that. And it's all ready for your trickster treaters. Glowingly moon goddess dessert for the kids.
Sorry about that there. All right, that was one fine looking dessert there with the glow in the dark and the gel and all that. I think the kids are really gonna love that. You dish that up to them on Halloween. So let's get going on our final item here tonight. This is our main entree, and this is called the Sim Meat Terry. Kind of get the Sim Terry meat thing. So basically what we're gonna do here is simulate like a little graveside here. And you're gonna need a few special things to do this. First is some mashed potatoes. Just make your old regular mashed potatoes, but then you use green food coloring to get them this nice kind of green here. See that? It's kind of going to be the grass on the base here. And for the headstone, we're going to cut off a piece of Spam here and shape it to look like the headstone on the end of the grave. And then for the grave mound itself, we made a little meatloaf here. You can kind of see it already kind of cooked it up. And you can use whatever kind of meat you would normally use in your meatloaf. I added a little extra possum in this one just to kind of bind it up together real good like so. We got that ready to go in advance. So that's pretty much the basic ingredients. I'm going to get started here. I wonder what happened to Duval. I sent him out there a while ago. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and get started assembling our sim meat terry. First thing we're going to do is take our mashed potatoes here, or the grass for the grave site. Just kind of get them spread out here. And this is going to be kind of covering up the whole plate. This is going to be like one of those real nice kind of graves you go to visit and they're taking care of the grass real nice and real kind of pastoral setting. I reckon is that what they call that. Okay, just about got our grass here. I don't know, it looks like maybe this hasn't been mowed in a while. Okay, a little more to the edges here. Oh yeah, this is looking great. Yeah. Man, them taters is looking pretty fine. All right, one more little scoop. Oop. Don't want to get that all tore up there. Now, if you can get it all the way out to the edges, that'll just make it look, you know, that much more convincing, but it ain't, don't have to be perfect or nothing like that. Okay, I think that's looking real good right there. Okay, so you can kind of see, this is going to be like the grass that the grave is sitting on. We'll go ahead and take our meatloaf here, or the grave mound, just kind of go ahead and put that right there in the grass. You can kind of smush it in a little bit so it seats properly, because you don't want it wandering around or, you know, falling off or nothing like that. Okay, so went ahead and got our grass and the grave, the meatloaf, and we're going to go ahead and make the gravestone. So go ahead and open up your can of Spam, and you're going to have to kind of, you know, wrangle it out of the can. It never comes out easy. There we go. Okay. Now, I think what you want to do is you want to get like a big piece, so you kind of want to cut it down that way, so you get a nice big gravestone. So just kind of cut, I don't know, about that much, something like that, about that thick, and just kind of carve it on down. Oop. And actually, if you're making a few of these, I think one can of Spam, you could probably get yourself a couple good gravestones. So we'll take that other piece, set it aside for the moment. And I'm going to go ahead and take my spray cheese here, that, you know, American flavor. You can use any flavor you want, but that's my preference. And I'm just going to write something nice about whoever this was here on this. Maybe I'll just write something simple like, we'll just do like a rest in peace kind of thing, or a rip. Oh yeah. Oh, that's great. Okay, so got that. Oop. My spelling ain't too good today, I reckon. Okay, we're going to take our grave, or headstone, and just kind of glue it in there at the top of the grave. And you're pretty much set. Get that out of the way so you can see. All right, so now we have our amazing sim meat terry. I know your guests are going to really like this one. Okay. All right, well, thanks for tuning in for our Fallady Halloween special. You know, I think if you make these things for your guests at your Halloween party, they're really going to be impressed. So thanks again, and goodbye, and good haunting.
Hey.